Welcome to the Lodge Podcast, where we share the stories of some of the people that make Spring Valley Freedom Lodge the heart of our community. Today I have the pleasure of introducing to you our newest resident here at the Lodge. A man of many talents, a seasoned adventurer, and a true Renaissance man. Jimi King! Woo! Alright, so since moving here in late June, Jimi has already brought a collaborative spirit, creativity, and camaraderie to our lodge. So we're going to dive deep into his story, his journey here, and the vision he has for his days ahead. Alright, so welcome Jimi.
Hey,
Man, we're having a great time. I'm so grateful that you're here.
glad to be here, man.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
So let's start at the very beginning. What first drew you to the lodge?
Honestly, I came around a couple times, and the thing that kept me coming back was just the amount of good-hearted people that I've met around here. So.
Righteous, man. Yes, now how did you hear about it? And what made you decide to call it home?
David Rush, honestly, I was working with him for a while. He started bringing me around after a show, and it was just a really good time. He's a really good friend, and I just wanted to be out and about and meet some good people.
Yeah, brother. Shout out to Mr. Rush, David Rush at he's DJ with Lucy's Productions and Waco EDMC. My boy, Boo. Yeah. We have them to thank for bringing a lot of our folks here together. Almost every resident here at the lodge, if not, every single resident here at the lodge has all gotten connected through a Lucy Productions event. So we're really grateful for them. So yeah, tell us a little bit about your past before coming here. Like where have you been, what have you done, and what defines you as an artist and adventurer?
That's a very big question.
Woohoo! Thanks there, brother.
I was born in Joplin, Missouri, uprooted by the tornado in 2011. That kind of set the flare for instability and changing winds, no pun intended. But I kind of had a rough go of it. Was supposed to go to college, never made it to college, and ended up back in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I had lived for a little while. And I was in the EDM scene out there, just kind of getting started as a musician, doing some live performance and stuff like that. There was a house party at one of my places at the time, and this guy, my buddy James, he shows up, and this guy looks at me while this party's going on. He's like, "What are you doing here?" "I live here. What are you talking about?" You know? And I'm sitting there playing guitar on the couch, and he's like, "No, man, what are you doing here?" And I remember him saying that, just like, oh shit. He's like, "You ever been traveling before?" And I was like, never really been out of the Midwest, and I'd come down to Texas a few times, but never really spent much time away from family places or familiar things. And like, what are you talking about? Of course I want to leave, He's like, "You want to see the mountains?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to see the mountains." And he's like, "Good, pack your shit. We're leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning." And so then I was presented with a choice. It's like, shit, my family, everything that I know is right here, but this obviously isn't working out, not taking me anywhere. And so I did. I left behind the things that weren't important, and we drove to Pagosa Springs at 5 o'clock that morning down in southwest Colorado. Monte Vista and Del Norte first. I spent a little bit of time in southwestern. After that, I just kept getting presented with opportunities and different places to go and to join and jobs to work. They were always hundreds, if not thousands of miles apart from each other, and I just kind of rode the wave. Set my sails towards the wind, I guess. I guess you could say, Captain Shadow is what they call me.
That's right.
But I followed everything, everywhere that I could go, anything that I could see, any opportunity that I could take. I took hold of it, and I just went. It didn't matter if I knew anybody there or not. That's 3 months ago now. Got some work for you down here in Texas, and drove down, showed up for work the next day, and I've been there ever since. And moved here and found you guys.
Oh man, that is Odyssey indeed. It's a hero's Odyssey. That's how many great adventures start, is the call to adventure and getting out of your comfort zone and stepping into the unknown. Where life takes you, it's a wild ride, man.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Yeah, that's right. So that's a big part of what we believe here at the Freedom Lodge, is getting out of our comfort zone, exploring our horizons, finding out what makes us feel alive, and engaging in creative pursuits. And so On that note, what has your experience been like here so far at the lodge?
Honestly, it's been great. Tony at one point called the camper the Fortress of Solitude, and that's really what it is for me. Is it's a place where I can finally have my own space, just know that everything's taken care of, and have a comfortable place to sleep that's not sure an attic or something like that, which is
It's a sanctuary.
mm-hmm.
On that note, tell us about what your favorite memory has been here so far since being a part of the lodge.
Honestly, it's an ongoing experience. It's my Saturdays. That getting out in nature and then coming home every day is just that's what keeps me going. You know, I work 5 days a week. I work, almost 40 hours a week, give or take a little bit here. But being able to set aside that time to get out in nature and explore that connection with what I consider God, to be out there in that and have a safe place to come home to. I know it's not necessarily a memory, but at some point it will be, and it's going to stick with me.
Righteous, man. How does living here influence your art, your creativity, and your personal growth?
Yeah, so back in 2020, right when the pandemic hit, I was running a lot of shows out in Salt Lake City. I was booking shows for a bar, as well as playing in a band, and then anytime that a solo artist or an artist didn't show up for one of my bookings at the bar, I would perform myself. And so it just got to be a lot. And right as soon as the shutdown happened, I gave up all my music. And since being here, it's been kind of weighing on me or tugging at me or giving me that pull again to start being a part of music and making that a part of my everyday life.
Right. Well, that would lead me into my next question. What do you hope to experience more of here at the lodge?
Honestly, and it's a different answer. I'd like to experience more of a shift towards outdoor activities, getting ourselves to become stewards of nature, and trying to embrace that principle where not only we're gardeners, but we're caretakers of the land.
Aye.
And I think that would be good for my soul to see that happen.
Aye. I feel that, man. Yeah, that's one of our chief priorities here at the lodge is environmental stewardship, along with creative excellence and entrepreneurial innovation. On that note, are there any projects or events or collaborations that you'd like to be a part of or take lead on in the future?
The big thing that I've actually been doing a lot of research, doing a lot of planning, trying to get myself to the point of doing drawings so we can lay out the overhaul of our pond.
Right.
And making that not only a natural space, but also a beautiful space, something that we want to look at, something that we want to go and sit down by, and stick our toes in the water, sit with the fish, and be able to see all the fish, And I think that making that a part of our ecosystem, that's a project that I would love to speak about.
And you're touching on one of my favorite projects here at the lodge. We got our stage, we got our garden, we have our gym and our workshop, but I'll tell you what, one of my favorite projects here has always been the pond and tending to that ecosystem. And I'd like to beautify that even more and make it an even more engaging educational experience to provide people an opportunity to learn more about ecosystems, how ponds work, how to keep a healthy pond, and even innovative solutions for your swimming pool, especially if your plumbing system is totally shot like ours was and it's just a big empty hole in the ground. You can turn it into a pond, real simple. And we're taking sponsorships for the pond project as well. We need pumps, we need more concrete, and we'll recycle styrofoam that we find in the environment as we go and clean on our environmental stewardship projects. And we take that styrofoam, cast it in concrete, and make a floating island. And then create a little magical ecosystem around it. It's so fun. So more on that later. But let's dive right back into it. That's a good question. If you could describe your life philosophy in one sentence, what would it be? It's okay if it's 2 sentences, but take a sip.
One sentence.
One sentence.
Everything in moderation, even moderation.
Take us deeper on that.
I believe that we should always practice to limit ourselves to the things that hold us or the things that give us a sense of us needing them. And I think that in that same regard, the things that we do moderate ourselves on, the things that we hold ourselves away from, we need to be more willing to expose ourselves.
I personally relate to that. I'm on a journey of, I wouldn't say moderation, but more abstinence. And
Abstinence is a part of moderation.
Indeed.
At least I'd see.
Personal development, personal refinement, especially the refinement of our appetites and our pleasures. That's a big initiative, a part of our RISE program. Refine, integrate, strengthen, and evolve. Let's do that together as a community. Whether you're looking for support to help conquer a vice, or whether you're wanting to work on your public speaking skills, or want to join our book club and experience a variety of different knowledge that we're all exploring together. There's a variety of different ways that we will rise together. So check out that group for more information. Thank you again so much for being here, Jimmy.
Yeah,
and I want to ask you one more question. Do you have any words of inspiration to those who are listening that who dream of living a more adventurous and creative life?
Don't let life hold you back. Don't let any circumstance hold you back. Don't let anything that anybody said or impressed on you or anything like that hold you back. Just do what you think is best. And once you find something that works, it'll work. But until then, you have to keep trying and keep trying. It's not always a golden path. It's not always the easiest, but eventually you figure something out and it works. And just keep at it, keep trying.
I'll take that to heart. Well, man, thanks again for joining us. Is there anywhere the viewers could connect with you or explore more about your profile, your work, and follow you?
On Facebook, you can always add me, Jimi King, Jimi like Hendrix, and King is the last name. I'm open to new friends, open to getting to know more about the people in the lodge, and maybe bringing some of you guys out for some fishing days and stuff. So
yeah, looking forward to it, man. Jimmy, thank you so much again for your journey with us. Here at the Freedom Lodge, each person's story becomes a part of our collective legacy, and yours is already enriching our community. For those listening, we invite you to keep following along as we continue to highlight the people who make this place a sanctuary for artistry, creativity, and authentic connection. So until next time, stay inspired, stay connected, and let's keep building this renaissance.